Visiting with Jay Cox, St. Michael's Place, in a little different scenario. Happened to be at my office. Filming on a Thursday night at 10 minutes after 7. Jay Cox, you working late, my friend? You working late? Yes, sir.
You know, duty calls. You got to step up and take care of business. You know?
Hey, we do. And again, we get on here and we like to talk about the services that we provide at St. Michael's Place, and we like to talk about the new things that we're adding and the positive atmosphere that's going on at St. Michael's Place. But we've got something else we want to talk about tonight. We want to talk about some of our nurses.
Yes. I want to give a big shout out to all the nurses on staff at St. Michael's Place. This is Nurses Week, and I tell you what, David, we have on staff some of the best nurses that you could actually ask for, not just in skill, but long-term care, it kind of gets in your blood.
Sure.
You know, it's one of those things that when you come into long-term care, you got to have a heart for it.
Yep.
You know, the residents become your family. You're with them, long periods of time, and you see the good days and the bad days, and our nurses have a lot of compassion, a lot of love in their heart, and they work as a team. And our leadership is, Keisha and Starla. We've interviewed them before, and they have done a great job over the past couple years of really just pulling together a good team. And you know what? I just can't say enough good things about our nursing staff there at St. Michael's Place.
Jay, you have to have quality people, and people who are nurses are generally quality people. That doesn't make them a quality nurse,
right.
But the people that we have in our positions are not only quality people, but they're quality nurses. Talk a little bit about, from an entry level to the top level, where are you on the nursing scale? How does that work? I mean, somebody comes in at what level, and how do they progress, and where do they progress to?
Well, actually, right now we're taking applications from out at ASU Newport. We're fixing to graduate a few LPN class out of the class, and we actually have some applications have been turned in, and so we're actually in an interview process. We're needing some nurses now, not only in the leadership positions. Actually, we need some RNs to come in the administrative roles,
right.
But we also need LPNs for the floor. And so, really, whether you're a registered nurse or an LPN, we have positions available right now in all shifts. And I'm not going to pretend to say which shifts are open or not. That's really out of my scope, and it's been a long day.
Right.
But in all under the scope of things, we have some positions available, and I believe if you just come out and meet some of our staff and walk through our facility, meet some of our residents, you really can kind of get a feel if it's right for you. You know, we'd be happy to. Not just for people coming out to bring your loved one, but if it's somewhere you'd like to work, come tour the facility for that too. You know, we're always talking about come out and about seeing,
Sure.
About bringing your loved one, but also maybe a place you want to work. And since this is Nursing Week, I've worked at other facilities as well, so I actually want to give a shout out and a big thank you to the nurses that work over at Unity, and also, Lindley Healthcare, and the doctor's offices here in town. We've got some great nurses, some that's been in the profession for a long time. I wish I could call them all by name, but the Newport area has lots of great nurses.
Sure do.
And,
sure do.
It's one thing about it. They are a lot of times the backbone, and the CNA as well. And I definitely, it's not CNA week. We'll talk about them another time, but
right.
They also are the backbone of long-term care.
Well, and there's no doubt that nurses, and you mentioned, from doctors' offices to different facilities, that you got to have good ones. You got to have good ones. You want the best ones, and you got to have a good facility in place. You got to have a good
right.
facility place to be able to get the good ones. And your pay scale's got to be to where you can get the good ones. And we think at St. Michael's Place right now, Jay, that we've turned the corner. We talked about it's been over a year ago. As long as we've been doing this program, we said, look, we've got some issues that we want to try to get straightened out. Man, we've worked extremely hard.
Right.
We're a better place today than we've been in a long, long time.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, we've overcome many milestones, and got a good staff. Actually, have a new administrator. We'll be introducing her. Name is Lisa, and we'll be introducing her probably in the next episode that we record. Wasn't able to put that together on this recording, but you know, one of the things, and not meaning to get off what we're talking about, but going back to Nurses Week. You know, when it comes to being a nurse, and I'm not a nurse, so forgive me for not knowing a lot of the ins and outs of what they do. It's a lot more than just passing meds. You know, you may go into a residential room, and obviously for certain restrictions, I can't tell who and what, but you know, you may find a nurse holding the hand of a resident. You know, talking about their day.
You bet.
There may be a tear going down the cheek of a resident, or, you know, maybe going through something and they just need somebody to talk to. A nurse is a lot more than just facilitating medicine and taking care of their personal needs, but they're also a friend. And I tell you what, there's been also times when in the heat of the moment, when you know, cardiac things take place, and CPR type situations come up, where full codes and things, and I've seen the nurses react, you know, quick response and pull together as a team. Whether it be it may be that a code blue comes, you know, and a resident is in need of immediate care, and maybe the nurses down in this area and the nurses in the back, they'll all pull together, you know, and it doesn't matter, you know, what hallway they're from, but they pull together as a team, you know, no matter what's going on, whether they're on lunch break or whether they're coming back from, you know, being on break somewhere or doing paperwork. You know, when a resident is in immediate need, they're right there to respond, and it's really amazing to watch them work. You know, all the training and all the year, or the time spent in the books to achieve that nursing license. It's almost like it's just an immediate. It comes natural. It's kind of like breathing. You know, I sit back and just amazed. You know, sometimes at how these nurses just respond, and how, you know, it doesn't matter if they have to, you know, kind of get down in the floor and get a little dirty. Whatever,
do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. Do what they got to do. So props tonight to the nursing staff, whether it be administration or whether it be on the floor, whether you're a brand new nurse or a 30-year veteran. And we have veteran nurses, we have new nurses, we have nurses that's been in it just for a little while. So specialized nurses, and we say from St. Michael's Place, thank you on Nurses Week, and we appreciate the job well done.
Jay Cox, nobody can say it like you can.
Thank you, David.
I hear lots of great things in the community about St. Michael's Place, and hear lots of great things about Jay Cox. Appreciate you taking time on a late night, working late, my friend, but we got to get it done, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Jay Cox, St. Michael's Place.